Kids, Halloween came early this year. It finally happened, Brian. The Halloween trailer landed today after so much anticipation. Fan backlash. I mean, come on. Literally, people have been hounding Blumhouse for months for this trailer. It finally landed today, and we just could not get past today without actually sitting down and doing a video and talking about the first trailer for David Gordon Green and Danny McBride's Halloween reboot. We're here, we're going to talk about it. I know a lot of people have seen it. Brian, I think that
everyone saw it.
Everyone's seen this trailer. When I looked earlier today, it was #1 as the trending video on YouTube.
It's like
and
5 million views on Facebook or something like crazy like that. Yeah.
Crazy numbers for a horror film. And this rarely happens in the horror genre, so I, as a Halloween fan, am excited. And Brian, I'm excited to sit down with you right now and do a video talking about this. This rarely happens on the Epic Film Guys, so we're actually going to do a video for you guys and talk about it. So when news broke they were going to reboot Halloween, I was excited. There have been many treatments, many ideas thrown around, but when I heard that David Gordon Green, the director of Pineapple Express, threw a pitch to John Carpenter and Blumhouse, and they loved it, it got me extremely excited. Now, a lot of fans were doubtful. You know, Loisauce and I actually recently talked about the Rob Zombie Halloween films and how we felt about those, and well, they left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So at this point, we're like, anything fresh or new or anything good to do with the Michael Myers character for Halloween is good enough for me. So once I started hearing information about this movie, I was excited.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I think David Gordon Green's a smart filmmaker. He made a lot of indie films early on in his career. George Washington, really, really intelligent films. And Danny McBride, who is the last person you would expect to be associated with a Halloween movie, he's actually a really big fan of the series. Then, of course, you have Jason Blum, who gives, directors their chance to make these horror films and release them into cinemas. And then, of course, we have Ryan Turek, who is a producer and a creative
huge
consultant.
Halloween fan.
He's a huge fan. So I think we're in capable hands here. We're in great hands here. And after seeing the trailer, I'm all in.
I'm all in 100%.
Counting my chips.
I don't know about you guys, but for me, I knew this trailer was coming. Now, we heard rumors from Jason Blum that it was going to be attached to Upgrade last week. And we knew ahead of time that wasn't going to happen. We still saw it anyways. Great movie. Go see it. But when we get these teases, some fans get riled up and aggressive about it. For me, it's anticipation. It's the same suspense that you feel when you watch a good Halloween movie. So they're doing it the right way. They're playing the ball right.
Teasing their fans a little bit too. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Like this week, we had a special treat 3 days ago with a couple of images from USA Today. Then we had the we know this is a new thing in Hollywood now.
Trailers for trailers.
The trailer for trailer, the teaser for a trailer.
Right.
But today, I was blown the fuck away. I watched this trailer, and I don't watch trailers this often. I watched the trailer 15 times in a row on my phone. I know, I overdid it a little bit, but I know there's people out there that have probably watched it 100 times by now. The trailer delivered in every way possible, in my opinion. It actually harkened back to the footage that we heard was shown at CinemaCon, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
So pretty much everything that we heard about the footage at CinemaCon was shown in the trailer. And what it led me to believe is that we're in for a really good Halloween movie.
It's every Halloween fan's dream, basically. It encapsulates all the elements you want in a Halloween film. Halloween night, we have Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis returning. We have The Shape.
It's The Shape, not Michael Myers, ladies and gentlemen.
Shape.
The Shape is back.
Yeah.
The Shape. Definitely. I mean, so we're going to get into this right now because we all know, all of you watching right now know that this is basically retconning everything that came after the original Halloween, which other horror franchises have done this. Texas Chainsaw, among others, are let's go and just wipe the slate clean. And even with H2O, which you and I both enjoy, they did that as well with, 4, 5, 6. They said, let's just wipe the slate clean. And you know what? If it makes for a good movie, I don't care.
Right.
But there are a lot of great homages and little Easter eggs in the trailer. And I wanted you to start off with one of the ones that you like the best.
There's a line of dialogue in the trailer that harkens back to Halloween 2 with the reveal that Michael Myers is Laurie Strode's brother. And of course, they make special mention in the trailer to mention, oh, that was just something that somebody made up. So it's letting the audience know that this has no relation to Halloween
John
2.
Carpenter with a 6-pack of Budweiser every single month he had to write the script for part 2, which he's
Chain-smoking.
admitted, chain smoking, and he didn't know what else to do with the script. I'm totally fine with it. And like the whole sister angle, it worked for the sequels, which I like.
I like that
most
reveal,
of them.
yeah.
It's fine, but for this, like I don't care if it's part of it or not. My favorite Easter eggs, definitely I saw in the trailer. Obviously, Ryan Turek. I don't know if this is you. If you're watching this, let me know. But the Halloween 3 homage, come on. We see the Silver Shamrock skull and witch mask right there in one of the scenes where Laurie Strode is telling the kids to run away. Danger is afoot. We see that. And like the last little bit of a scare in the trailer, we see a young babysitter trying to close the closet door. And then Michael Myers comes out like this with a knife. That's definitely, for me, it harkens back to part 4 when we see Jamie Lloyd going to her closet and she's basically dreaming Michael Myers coming out of her the closet.
There's another part 4 kind of homage that you mentioned. Do you want to let
Oh,
people know
no,
about
what is it? What are you talking about?
The mechanic.
Oh, yeah,
You
dude.
get to see where Michael Myers gets his
Jumpsuit, yeah. And then, of course, I don't know if this is an homage or they just thought it was a cool idea that we've seen in 2 other Halloween movies where Michael Myers stalks and harasses people on the toilet. I mean, we've seen it in Rob Zombie's remake and we saw it
The toilet's
before.
where people are most vulnerable, so it makes sense.
I mean, yeah, for me, I'm totally cool with it. I mean, it's an H2O and the remake, but very, very gripping scene, like, totally scary. And he drops the teeth. Oh
The
my
human
God!
teeth.
Seriously, like, a lot of fans are, like, complaining, and they're like, oh, Michael Myers would never, like, literally, it's the same Michael Myers that would put on a ghost sheet and glasses to literally harass and scare his prey. This guy is pure evil, you know? It's the shape,
And a little
dude.
bit of a trickster as well.
Of course, a trickster. He likes to play games. He likes to joke around a little bit, and he likes to make his prey very frightened before he kills them. So, for me, one of my worries, Brian, was that it wasn't going to look like Halloween. I mean, we've seen Halloween sequels that didn't feel like the spirit of the season of Halloween,
Yeah.
and they didn't look like Dean Cundy's cinematography. And I kept complaining. I was like, why don't they just get Cundy to do the cinematography? And I get it. He's old. He's doing Reese Witherspoon movies now or whatever. But like, after watching the trailer, was very satisfied with how it looked.
Oh yeah, the look of it's great, and you definitely get a little bit of that fall aesthetic. The leaves on the ground look appropriately dead as they do in the fall season. We have scenes of trick-or-treaters, so immediately you're thrust into that Halloween atmosphere. I love the look of Laurie's house. I think keeping up her house is like on the low list of her priorities, and her house is kind of dilapidated and falling apart a little bit, which is kind of cool. And it looks like she's installed trap doors and maybe some booby traps. We don't know. I mean, we don't know what Laurie has up her sleeves.
She's totally prepared. This isn't the Laurie Strode that we saw in the original Halloween, where she was vulnerable, where she was scared. This is a Laurie Strode that has been
Sarah Connor,
basically
Laurie
like
Strode.
Ripley, basically. Like, and I get why they're doing that, but like she's been planning for 40 years, and she wants to kill him. You hear that line where I
So
prayed
good.
every single night that he would get released or he would get out, and
Why the hell would you do a thing like that?
so I could kill him. And I love that she's got this vendetta against him. It's scarred her for life, and we can definitely tell from the trailer it's affected her family, her grandchildren, her daughter, and this is something that they have to deal with growing up as well, which we've seen in H2O. But I feel like they're going to handle it perfectly. Overall, for this short little tidbit video that we're giving you guys, I'm extremely excited after watching this trailer.
What about the true crime documentary?
Oh,
What do you
yeah,
think
I
of
mean, well, to be honest with you, I was a little bit worried about that because I thought it may possibly lead into the found footage genre, which
yeah.
almost creeped into the Friday the 13th franchise before that got stomped out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm extremely excited to see that it's basically just like, a plot device to get Michael to get... I'm not giving you any spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you see in the trailer.
Yeah,
So.
they get picked off,
Yeah.
and they're trying to add to the body count as well by introducing this documentary crew that'll get off pretty quickly, I think.
But one of the special things about this trailer and the marketing they've done for this movie is they've hyped it up, they've built suspense around it, and the music. They're definitely
Yeah,
following in line
music
with
cues.
other big budget movies that have this franchise installed where you hear the music and it tunes you into something that you remember and this
Triggers your nostalgia
and you hear bits and pieces of John Carpenter's original score, even like just those little ding ding, you know, and you hear little pieces of it, and it definitely gets you in mode, and you're just so excited. I think it perfectly captures what Halloween is all about as far as the trailer is concerned, and I have a great feeling that this movie is going to be very special for fans all over the world. I know that the Halloween franchise is one of the biggest horror franchises, and that this is where the fans really care so much about these movies, and I think this is going to be one for the fans.
Oh man, I really hope so. It's my most anticipated film for the rest of the year. We didn't even talk about how Michael Myers moves. Like it's all done to the nines, and it looks like it's done with a lot of love and care, which we didn't really get to see a whole lot of later on with the Halloween Resurrection cash grab sequels. This feels like a true sequel to the original. This is what they set out to do. And from the looks of this trailer, it looks like they accomplished that. So, as I said, I'm cashing my chips all in on this movie, which is called Just Halloween. We should talk about that.
Oh God! I mean, that was not a decision that I personally agreed with, but I understand for marketing purposes why they're doing it. If you add a Halloween, a number after that, or a subtitle underneath it, like it's gonna lead
Halloween Returns.
the main franchise, or I mean, it's gonna lead people that aren't aware of the franchise, that aren't big fans, like, oh, it's just another sequel or like this or that. If general audiences see that Jamie Lee Curtis is back, and it's just called Halloween, they may just think it's another remake or another sequel. They're not going to know any better, and it's going to get asses in seats, and that's all that really matters. And this needs to be a hit. And after seeing how many people viewed that trailer, it's going to be. It's going to be hopefully what it did for horror last year, and before that, Get Out. I mean, like, horror is on a huge, like, it's coming back, dude.
Yeah.
A huge comeback.
They could have called it Halloween H4O. That would also have been a suitable title. Because it's basically almost like a redo of H2O.
It is. And again, this is not new territory. We've seen the similar story before. Oh, Michael Myers is getting transported. He gets out. He causes havoc, and is like you like
it's
to
like
say,
a soft reboot.
Hijinks ensue. But
yeah.
For me, it's just good enough. I just want it to be Halloween, feel like Halloween, have the shape, not Michael Myers, the shape, stalking, terrorizing people on Halloween, young children, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, that's really
just
all you
give me
need
that.
for a Halloween movie.
So that's it. I'm really excited about what I've seen in this trailer. I may even possibly skip the next trailer because I really want to be surprised.
Justin.
I mean, that shot was enough. I mean, we saw enough where we're like, we know he's going to be a brutal motherfucker. He's not going to play around in this.
Yeah.
And it's the shape. I mean, we know that Nick Castle's back for a couple of scenes. We know he only shot for 3 weeks, so he is not most of what you're seeing in this trailer. But
the guy drops human teeth, bloody human teeth, over the door of a bathroom stall.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get more cold-blooded and brutal than that. So I'm ready to watch this movie right now.
I wish I could watch it right now, but it's perfectly set for October 19th, the Halloween season.
Remember when they released Halloween movies in like August and July?
I saw H2O in August. I remember. It was like weird. It's the summertime. It's hot. Like, it's not Halloween yet. Perfectly set. Blumhouse, you've done a great job. I'm super excited to watch this movie, and this is just for you guys out there. We're gonna start doing videos again. Let us know what you think of the trailer in the comments. But until next time, I'm Epic Film Guy Justin,
and I'm Epic Film Guy Brian,
aka Loy Sauce, and we'll see you guys
at
the movies.